I was very desperate. Hopeless and powerless were the two emotions that were my best friends. I would fall asleep easily, but I would wake up at like 2 in the morning and I couldn't go back to bed until 6 in the morning. At one point, I was certain that I cannot be helped. I'm Jovana. I'm from Belgrade, Serbia, and I found out about sleep parts via my mentor, Marta Beck. I started having sleep issues because there was a broken alarm system in the building. 3 times per week, at random times at night, it would ring. And that reminded me of bombing of my country when I was only 9 years old. It caused some PTSD. That I have been struggling with it almost 2 years. I was doing everything else. I have red lights in my home. I don't spend time on my phone after 7 p.m. I don't eat after 4 p.m. I'm like perfect in terms of discipline and things, but this was beyond me. I just needed some other thoughts in my brain because it was all fear. It was all dark and black. And I was like, I'm going to stay like this forever. Everything was such a struggle. I remember Marta Beck talking about it during the coach certification. I was like, wait, I should Google that. At the first call I had, I was certain in my body that they can help me with this program and that I'm in safe hands. So first, things that for me were new were the sleep cycles. That brought me relief because I would be just woken up for like 20 times a night from a dream. And I would think I was not sleeping at all. When I learned about the sleep cycle, I realized that if I'm dreaming, I obviously had to go through some steps before actually having a dream. That was so comforting. When you're sleep deprived for a year, you're like, oh my God, this is a small win. To understand that actually my body is an animal and that is going to get its bare minimum of sleep. When I'm sleep deprived for a year, I'm just going to be barely surviving. But at least I've survived, and after that, I will strive when it's time to thrive. And also to be kind towards myself during the day. When I would wake up during the night, I would have panic. I had this whole loop in my brain. Okay, so we go to sleep, we don't sleep well, we wake up, we are in horrible pain, and then we suffer and cry until 5 in the morning. So first night when I after the watch the course, I was like, oh, this is normal. So this is just a loop. So now let's just not sleep. Let's just not sleep, but without the drama. We know this is normal. Let's see if the body wants to go back to sleep. If it doesn't want to go back to sleep, it's fine. Once I had this new information from someone I believe and trust, then I could calm myself down. And after, let's say a few weeks, it would get better and better. I don't obsess over it. I don't force myself to stay in bed like I used to before, because another thing I learned in the course is if your body is not wanting to sleep, well, let's just move it. We can do other restful activities. I don't punish myself for not sleeping by being stuck in bed and telling myself sleep. To anyone who is thinking whether this is for them, I think they should schedule a free call, because once they talk to all those beautiful people that want to help, they will get really certain in their body that this is for them. These women, they love their work, they love what they're doing, their passion, and I believe in this, and I hope it can help someone who is as sad as I was and suffering for the past 2 years.